So I get the question quite a bit on why do we have Wagyu? So why Wagyu? I think there's several different reasons why we chose to go with Wagyu. Back in March of 2020 is when we bought our first Wagyu bull. And what we were looking for was we were going farm to table with all our beef. So we were looking for the best genetics possible to give the best eating experience possible. And that's ultimately why we chose Wagyu. It is, in my opinion, bar none, the best possible eating experience when it comes to beef. It is just amazing. It's got amazing marbling. The flavor, the tenderness is just phenomenal. And we combine that with just really high genetics on the Angus side. So genetic EPDs that are really high on marbling. And with those combination, it just creates this unbelievable beef, and that's why we chose Wagyu. There's some health benefits to Wagyu as well, some healthy fats, which was really a positive for us as well. Now, if I was just a commercial cattleman, would I choose Wagyu? Would we choose Wagyu? I don't know that I would, unless you have a niche market to sell it, because if you sell it to a sale barn or something like that, you are going to take a cut, because as calves, they're scrawnier looking. They're not the best looking calf in the world. They don't gain weight as early. I think later on they finish out really well, but early on they don't gain a lot of weight as a young weaned calf. But when they get to the 2-year-old time frame, they gain really well, just like an Angus. But I would have to look for a niche market if I was going to just do it on a commercial basis and sell it to somebody that's doing like farm to table, and then that might be a good way to go. But for us, we've been super pleased. They've been good bulls, been good cows. They birth out a low birth weight calf, which is a plus. I do know some farmers and ranchers, they have full-blooded Wagyu bull bred to their heifers, and then they just so they get a lower birth weight, and that tends to work out real well, especially if you can find a niche market for those calves. But so the calving ease is definitely a perk for sure. But that's the main reason that we chose Wagyu, is just because it is just a phenomenal beef. Hope that helps. If you have questions, feel free to leave a question in the comments. I'll try to answer all the questions that I can. And I'll try to do another video later on, like, how do we finish? How do we feed out? Because I think to get a good finished product on the plate, I think there's some key steps to do that. One, you have to have the right genetics. You have to start with the right genetics, like the Wagyu and Angus. 2, you have to have just some really, really good grass that's high in vitamins and minerals and nutrients. So grass is key, and then finishing them out is key. And then the third step I think that's crucial is you have to have a good processor. You have to have a good butcher. And I think any one of those steps can really mess it up. There is a 4th step I think is really crucial. You gotta know how to cook beef too, but that's out of our control. So those are some things that we do, and that's why we're all in on Wagyu. Hope that helps.